Yo! Hello, gamers! Hi! How's it going? How's it going? Ooh, is that a new biome I see? Is that a new biome I see? Yippee, yippee. I think the perfect thing is that we get to play once right now, right? And then in 42 minutes, there'll be a new island, which means there's a chance of getting different biomes. Because I don't know if we're guaranteed to get the new biomes. So I'm glad that we get basically two chances, right? This looks really pretty. What the fuck? Is that like a castle? That's so cool. I don't know anything about it, right? I don't know anything about the new biomes. I purposely tried really hard to not get spoiled about any of the new stuff. I didn't look it up. I haven't looked at the trailers. I haven't like watched anyone else play. In fact, I was gonna play with a friend of mine the other day, and then I was like, no, I want to save it for stream. I want to save it for my solo stream this week, and then I can play with you. Because we were just gonna like hang out off stream. We were just looking for something to play while we like yapped. Basically, we spun something in the background while we were talking, and I was like, no, I can't do peak right now. I need to save it. I want to be unspoiled. I see something in the corner. It says we nerfed the frogs, which is a little scary, but all right. Again, a little scary, but all right. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a nice day. Sorry it took me a little while on the loading screen. I went outside with my dog. Because she was giving me the look. Lately, she's been having stomach issues, I think. 2 or 3 times. Jesus Christ, so strong with the frogs. To be fair, I don't know anything about it, remember? Like, I didn't spoil myself at all. But yeah, I went outside with my dog. She's been having some tummy issues lately. She's woken me up in the middle of the night, like 2 nights, 3 nights in a row. Just having to go to the bathroom again. It's like, all right, you little shit. Because like I try to take her out before I go to bed, and then she just doesn't want to get up. It's like, all right, you little lazy thing, and I like have to pick her up and drag her basically. But for the most part, it doesn't seem like anything bad. It doesn't seem like it's like TMI runny or anything. It just seems normal. It just seems like she has to go more than usual. But I mean, she seems fine otherwise. She's eating normal. Stuff is coming out normal. Not getting sick or anything. So I don't know. Maybe she just has to go more. Maybe she's eating more than usual. I don't know. Shrug. But yeah, I wanted to take her out and play with her for a little bit. So, and I have that thing. I don't know about you guys if you have the same thing where it's like, if you have plans, like say you have to go out later with someone, or you have an assignment due, or you have XYZ thing to do. For me, for example, streaming. I have a stream today. I kind of don't think about anything except for that thing that I have plans to do. And so when I'm finally there, all of a sudden I realize, oh shit, I meant to do this. Oh shit, I meant to do this beforehand. And I didn't because I was too busy thinking about the other thing. And that's kind of what happened, because I wanted to take her out and play with her earlier. Because Kohaku Mama is at golf right now. So it kind of like all of a sudden was like, oh shit, after I hit the go live. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do that. So I took her out, played with her for a little bit. I'm just gonna leave her out in the backyard, because we have it all fenced in and locked and stuff, until Kohaku Mama gets back from golf. Because it's a really nice day out today. It's not like, it's got like a nice breeze out. It's not too like sunny hot. There's some like a little bit of cloud coverage and stuff. So it's actually a really nice day out right now. And I have my back window open too, so I can hear her if she wants to like come in, or she starts like barking like a maniac, which she normally only does if like a Jeep goes by. She hates Jeeps. She hates Jeeps, and specifically black pickup trucks. My theory is that, like, not even gray ones. Gray ones are fine, but black pickup trucks, she hates that. She hates them. Jeeps especially, if they're a black Jeep, she goes crazy. But if they're any Jeep at all, doesn't matter the color of the Jeep, she hates Jeeps. And she hates black pickup trucks. My theory is that before she was rescued, which is how we got her, was that like her previous owners had like one of those things, because she was a rescue dog before we got her, because she was basically just like left out all day every day, just chained in a backyard for the first 1.5, almost 2 years of her life, down in Texas, where it's pretty fucking hot. And we luckily got her through a dog rescue that my mom volunteers with, that Kohaku Mama volunteers at. So we got her through them, And we've had her now for quite a few years, quite a long time now. And she still hates those types of vehicles though. But she's a really good girl. We've definitely worked really hard with her to train her and stuff, so she's really good now. She's very happy. She still loves being outside though. She loves being outside, so that's good. As far as my health, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to take some... I'm having trouble when it comes to the phlegm and the buildup in my lungs. That still hasn't gone away. But you guys know, and I've talked about it before, that my lungs are pretty weak. I have pretty weak lungs, unfortunately. And I don't know if that has something to do with the fact that the phlegm and stuff hasn't gone away. I don't know if that has like a residual kind of effect on how maybe my red and white blood cells, I forget which one. I think it's the white blood cells that fight the bacteria, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm bad at biology. I don't know if that has any effect on them in that area of my body, but it does feel like it's taking longer for the sickness to get out of my lungs. And it almost is out of my sinuses. I'm still a bit sniffly and I'm still a bit more nasally than usual. Thanks a lot, Ophi. Oh, little shit. But it's taking a little bit longer than I would like for it to get out of my lungs. So I've been taking some extra medicine that is specifically for like helping break up phlegm and like mucus and stuff. So I'm hoping that will help. I only have a couple left though, so hopefully with the next two I have, which is all I have, it'll fully get it out. For 6? Kicked you for 6, as they say? What? What does that mean? Is this like a lead up to a 6-7 joke or something? I've never heard that before. But yeah, it's still taking a little while in my lungs. I've been like, sometimes I'll like cough because I'll like take a breath in and like, how do I explain? It's like I take a breath in and then my throat kind of like doesn't let the air through and I cough and then I'm better. But I think it's like a phlegm shit and I hate it. It's really awful. Because I think the other worst thing is that the shit isn't even coming out, man. It doesn't even like come out. And like, human body, gross, whatever, it's normal. We all have it. We all have a human body for the most part, I think. But like when you have phlegm and stuff in your lungs and throat, you want to be able to like cough it out and like spit it out, right? But mine won't come out, dude. And if it does start coming out, it only comes up a little bit. And then like if I try to get it to come out any further, I'll gag. So I have to just kind of like swallow it, which is awful. But at least it, you know, stomach acid go and get rid of it. But still, I'd rather just get rid of it all. Means it took you down more than you expected it to. Really? I've never heard that before. Kicked you for 6. Huh. Never heard that before. Interesting. Ooh, I bet there's new achievements and clothing stuff now too, since they added new areas, I'm assuming. Yeah, good morning, welcome in everyone. Good morning and welcome in Tissame. Good morning, welcome in Ermin. Good morning, welcome in Lily. Good morning, welcome in Jawa. Good morning, welcome in Buttery Avocado. Sorry, I wanted to say your whole name. It seems satisfying. Good morning, welcome in Silent. Excuse me. Good morning, welcome in Octavia. Good morning, welcome in Michelle. Good morning and welcome in Gossamin. Good morning and welcome in any lurkers and or VOD viewers. Do I see my bones? Why do I see my bones? Why do I see my bones? You see that? Why do I see the bones in my arms? Why do I see my bones? Why do I see my bones? Why am I in a bone suit? Hello? What happened to my pretty dress? Why am I in a bone suit? What? This is not my fit. When did I get a bone suit? What? 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 Why did it take off my clothes? Are they? The game stripped me of my pretty princess outfit. But I kind of fuck with the bones because nope, I don't see that as an option. Because of the new costumes? Oh, is this like a specific unlockable outfit then? Yeah, it's saying I have this one on. I can see it highlighted, but I don't own it. Kohaku. Yeah. Just skin and bones, baby. I need to eat more. Hi, Ambrose. Always was a bony one? Was there? How the hell did you get a bony one? Oh, there's some new face things too, or hair things. Oh, a new smile. Bunch of new outfits it looks like down here. New hats, I'm assuming. Oh, wow. Reviving a friend? You can revive a friend with the Book of Bones? I didn't know that. I've always just used it on myself and been immune to everything. It's been awesome. Freaking cool, man. I like my little gnome Chomsky, though. I do like my gnome. Yom. Whoever the crown is more me. I do like my crowns. Okay, let me go back to my pretty princess outfit, though. I didn't earn the bones. I can't wear them. There we go. Pretty princess. I used to use this one always, but then I put the glasses on because they look like my glasses. Didn't you finish a run as a bone man last time? I did. I did finish a run as a bone man. It didn't give me like an achievement or anything though, so it must be like the revival thing. I hope my glasses on to match this one. There we go. Now we have matching glasses. Right, I have no idea if we're gonna get the new biomes or not, but I hope we do. Let me sip on my water. Yeah, part of today, I'm actually gonna go on the easiest difficulty, only because it has no time limit, and I want to explore the new areas. If we get them, I want to be able to like take my time and explore them and like look around. I want to be able to look around, but also because the main focus of today's stream, other than, well, looking at the new biomes, is that I want to talk about my trip. It'll be a lot of fun, I think, to talk about it. I have a lot to talk about from what I did. Excuse me, as I want to finish this little bit of water that I have left and then open my next one. It's been a hot minute since I played. It's been a hot minute, man. You get to excuse me as I be sniffling and whatnot, but you know what it is. Let me see. Is there any coconuts around? What the hell, man? Where are my coconuts at? Where are the nuts? There's one or two, maybe. I don't know if I can climb that tree. Oh, I have it easy mode on, so yeah, I can climb that tree. I was gonna say, it's kind of like a skinny legend. There we go. What the? Oh, hey, there's three. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and a berry. Awesome. All right, so I got to go to Montreal again recently. I went for Otakuthon, which is the con that I was lucky enough to be a guest at for 2 years. Last year and the year before. I unfortunately didn't make the cut this year, and it's a completely like reasonable, like a completely understandable reason. The main reason was because they were trying to get new guests this year and focus more on providing, because they don't want to get too many guests, because then it just becomes obviously really difficult for them as organizers to keep track of everything. And they have so many guests that they want to be able to provide an adequate amount of like team, like an amount of team members for that can help them around, like if they're there in person. Like Otakuthon is quite good when it comes to their staffing and handling of guests, and I'm not just talking about VTubers, I mean like real life ones as well. For example, like the Japanese guests that come by every year, they have voice actors, they have like actual producers and like filmmakers and animators of like from like Japanese animation studios. They have directors. I think there was a director I actually spoke to in Japanese. Hold on, I need to double check. Otakuthon 2026. I need to double check because I actually got to speak to them for a brief moment. They're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I was just talking to him in Japanese. It was. Him? It was. Oh, it was this person. It was. I got to talk to Nozomu Sasaki, who is a voice actor in Monster, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Death Note, and Akira. And I got to speak to him for a moment, which was really cool. It was pretty neat to speak to him. He was very like boisterous. It was really cool to speak to him. Haiku. Yeah, I just casually spoke to him. That's like, I guess in JP. He's a Japanese voice actor. I wasn't sure if he knew English or not anyway. And to be honest, he was speaking in Japanese with people, so I just spoke to him in Japanese. But it was really cool. He was a very, very boisterous person. There was a little event I got to be a part of. Not as a staff member or like a guest or anything, but just like there. And when he was leaving that event, he did like a big like, "Goodbye everyone," and he like did the voice of like his like one of the famous characters that he voices and stuff, and like was like saying a line from them and stuff, and it was like really cool to like kind of see that in action, I guess, because I feel like for me, I'm not somebody who is like a voice actor in any way. Like, I'm very much somebody who just kind of speaks in my own voice. Like, could you tell? Imagine I could change my voice. I wouldn't have to sound like a nasally little guy anymore. I could sound like cool and stuff. That'd be awesome. But no, instead I'm a nasally boy. Hey Ray, how's it going? But it's really cool to like see voice actors, for example, be able to like just completely change their demeanor. Not only like their voice, but like their entire demeanor and how they act. How's the new Pecan thing? No idea. I haven't got to it yet. I've never seen it. I haven't looked at it. This is my first time getting to experience the new Peak stuff. And right now we're at the very beginning, so we haven't seen it yet. But it was like just a really cool experience to kind of like see that in person, like kind of the whole demeanor change. It was like he locked in and it was like boom, boom, different person took over. It was really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time with this climb because I mainly just want to focus on on yapping about the trip. Anyway, we'll go in more like proper order. I just want to like talk about that real quick because it was just something that was kind of interesting to me. My trip was like super last minute. Like super last minute because there was a lot going on. Oh hey. Yum 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 yum. There was a lot going on in my life. Fanny pack. A fanny pack? Is that like instead of a backpack? Oh, it is. That's kind of cute. How do you use it? Wait, how do you use it? Wait, how much can I put in it? Oh, it's got 2 slots. It's like a smaller backpack. I can't have it and a backpack. Darn it. But it's not like it's on my back. That's cute. That's really cute. Look how cute. It's got a little unhappy face. Look at him. He's unhappy. I love him. What if you put something in him? Will he be happy? No, he's still unhappy. A waist pack? Yeah. A fanny pack. That's what we call it. We call it a fanny pack. Did you play on this patch? I haven't played anything yet. No, I haven't touched it. This is my first time playing. I haven't played the update at all. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all. I avoided all spoilers. I haven't looked at any trailers. Like, I don't even know what the new things are. I don't know what the new zones are called. I don't know what the monsters are. I don't know anything. I don't know anything at all. I know nothing. At all. I'm looking forward to it. I avoided everything on purpose. Like, I didn't even play, like, off-stream with my friend or anything. Like, because we were going to do it the one day. But I was like, no, I want to save it. Play something else. What's that blue? What the hell? Why is it shiny? What's the shiny blue thing up there? Hello? What the fuck's that? I gotta go to that, whatever it is. I'm going there. I'm going to the blue thing. Pronto. Anyway. You suffer after. True. But anyway. The new Overwatch here? I haven't yet. No, I haven't actually been playing Overwatch much. I need to play it. I didn't know it was Lily Pichu though. That's cool. Excuse me. I need to sniff really loud. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so my Montreal Otakuthon trip was really last minute because I had a lot going on kind of in my personal life. Like even when it came down to like canceling my trip to Offkai, there was a lot of stuff just kind of going on in the background that I was taking care of. Not even like VTubing stuff or anything like that. It was just simply stuff I was doing myself in my personal life, as you know, adulting and whatnot. What is that? Like freaking Northern Lights or something? A meteorite? The end of the rainbow, but blue? But because of that, I kind of like really lost touch and lost track of time. Oh hey, mushrooms. It's a wormhole. What? Cool. Which kind of sucked. I was kind of like really like out of connection with what was going on. But like what? Oh no, they want to take that out. But because of that, I kind of like lost track of time as far as like when the convention was. Like I really wanted to go to Otakuthon this year because I'd say it's close, but it's not close. It is not close at all for me. Like it is because Canada and not super far, but in comparison to Offkai, for example, which is diagonally across the fucking continent from me, which is a 6.5 hour flight, it's close. But in general, it's not that close. It's like a 11-hour drive if I were to drive there, and if I were to fly, it's like an hour drive and an hour and a half plane. Like not nearly as bad. Closest? Well, not the closest, but yeah, definitely 11-hour drive. Canada's fucking big, dude. Canada's big. Oh, it's a statue? What's it holding? What's it holding? 11-hour drive? Yeah, dude, Canada's huge. What's he got? Scout's generosity. What are you, little guy? What can I get rid of? One mushroom. What are you? What do you do? Activate. Oh! Gym activated. It's gonna break. What's it do? What's it do? Does it shoot it shoots a laser. Use it on an item? It's a badge that Whoa. Whoa! Wait, it makes another item? What? Wait, I got like extra stamina. Wait, what's that? What's the... Does it always do that? What's the mountain thing on me of my extra stamina? What's that do? I'm assuming it's a negative. I don't know what it does though. Weird. Cool, but weird. I don't know what it is. Is it extra stamina? Item stamina for dupe of item. New type of damage. Oh. Can I get that extra energy back or no? Where do I go from here? Back. He'll turn to stone. Oh, that's cool. At a campfire. Oh. Ooh, neat. Okay, yeah, this guy turned to stone. Okay, cool. I get it. Neat. That's a cool item. Really cool. We gotta go this way. Man. It was a super last minute trip because I was like very like in my head about other stuff going on and like focusing on other things. I had convinced myself that Otakuthon was at the end of this month, the end of August, not the beginning of August. So I wasn't really worried. You can pick up your stone friends after they've been Ah, yes, my stoned friends. Ah, yes. Not gonna be the first time I had to pick up stoned friends and drag them somewhere else. Many a party in high school. Anyway. We get up this way? It's looking kind of steep there. I don't know. Or maybe if I go up here. We'll see. Anyway. I had thought the convention was the end of the month. And that really fucked me up. Because I essentially had to plan everything super last minute. It was literally the week of. So let's say the convention was happening this weekend, right? It was happening on the weekend. And on, I think it was Tuesday night, one of my friends messaged me and was like, "Hey Kohaku, when are you getting into Montreal for Otakuthon?" And I was like, "Probably the Thursday." Why? They're like, "Okay, well I'll see you then. Like I'll see you in a couple days then." I was like, "Uh-oh." I was like, what do you mean a couple days, right? And I looked, then I like Googled the website for Otaku, then I looked and it was like this weekend, it was only a couple days away, and I was like, uh-oh. And I'd like made friends. I'd made plans with friends to like go out for dinner on like certain weekend days or something, right? But it's like, oh yeah, let's go out on the Thursday or let's go out on the Saturday or something, right? With people. And not like thought about the fact that it was in only a couple frickin' days. And like I refused to like be like, "Hey guys, sorry, I forgot about the con and I'm not gonna be there now." Like that's like, oh, feels bad, right? So I didn't want to do that, and like cancel on friends and shit. But so I was like, all right. And I also really didn't want to miss that con after I had already skipped Offkai this year. Partially just to save some money, and partially just due to some stuff going on in my personal life, like I said. Another rope cannon. Hey, another drink. I didn't even need to use the stone thing. I don't feel like I need the stone thing, I'll be honest. Really cool looking, but I don't think I need it. I think I'm chilling. There was Lunchbox. Hate you. I hate you, Lunchbox. So I really didn't want to miss it. Oh, it does get rid of some of it. Nice. Not all of it, but some of it. Oh, hey, leg. Roots. Okay. You know roots. We know roots. So I was kind of like panicking a little bit. I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? Because I didn't have like anything planned yet. So in my panic, I was like, all right, I need to like book somewhere to stay. I need to figure out how I'm gonna get there. I need to like plan XYZ, you know, like there was a lot to do. I was like, uh-oh, man. Uh-oh. So first thing was first was I decided to look for a place to stay, because like there's no point in trying to book a travel or a way there if I don't have anywhere to stay. And knowing that it was super last minute, I knew the hotels are gonna be really expensive. You cook an energy drink, you won't feel the sleepy side effects? That's not true. They'll just explode. They changed that. They changed that a long time ago. They explode. Evil, trying to prank me. Who do you think you are? What the hell? Trying to prank me. I know what you are. A lot of things like explode now if you try to cook them. You're not supposed to. Like the cure-all. Anyway. So it was super last minute. I was looking for a place to stay. And I was looking around, like, the hotel area. Or not the hotel area, but, like, the convention area. And, bro, the hotel prices. Trying to get a hotel for a convention. Never exploded. Is it true? I don't remember then. Trying to get a hotel near a convention, especially last minute, is insane price-wise. It was crazy. like all the hotels in the area were like, especially like the immediate area, aka like within like 5 minutes walking distance, they were all charging like the minimum. I think the cheapest one I saw in the area, because it was only like a couple days until the actual convention, I think the cheapest one I saw in the area was $450 a night. And I'd be staying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leaving on Monday. So that's 4 nights. That's a lot of fucking money, man. And I was like, yeah, I cannot afford that. Not a fucking chance. If I was splitting with somebody and it was like $200 a night, I mean, yeah, I guess that's doable. Yeah, it still hurts a bit, but it still hurts, but it's not nearly as bad as $400. But yeah, it was so last minute I wouldn't be able to split with anyone. And I'd feel really, oh, I heard Piper bark. I'd feel really guilty being like, hey guys, do you have any spare spots in your room like 2 days before the fucking trip? I'd feel really bad, so I didn't do that. Sorry, I had to kind of blow my nose a little bit. So I was looking around for somewhere cheap to stay, and I was like, well, I don't technically have to stay near the convention. Like, if it's cheaper to, like, if I compare the price of, like, say it's $400 a night for a close, it'll split after you consume it post-cooking. Yeah, I thought so. It changed. Oh, that's gonna explode on me, I think. Oh, no, I'm good. Nice angle. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had to like compare it in my head, right? Like, okay, so this would cost, say, $450 a night. If I can find a cheaper place, even if it cost me like $20 to travel back and forth each day, it would still be worth it, right? Bandages and stuff, I don't need those. I'm too good. Well, actually, I don't know what the new area holds, so maybe I will take one. I'll take one with me. I'll take a medkit with me just in case. I don't know what the new area is like, so maybe I will need something to heal myself with. I don't normally need it, but who knows. So I was like, okay, well, something behind me, a little bug me. So I was looking around for places near the airports, because there's 2 airports in Montreal, and normally a lot of hotels or like things like that around a fuse, a rocket pack. How do I use it? How do I use it? Whee! Oh my god! Ah! Well, I went right into a wall. Good thing I have healing. Very cool. Glad I brought the healing. I did not know it damaged you. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I didn't mean... Oh, it probably would have been cooler if I didn't immediately slam into a fucking wall, but that was neat. That was cool. I'll try again next time I find one. That was cool. That could probably actually really help you out in a pinch, though. I wonder how high it goes. Guess we won't get to know yet, but we'll figure it out eventually. Can I imagine that in balloons and you just like go to space? Anyway, I did end up finding a really, really cheap place to stay, which I found out later why it was so cheap. I found a really cheap motel. So do you guys know what the difference between a motel and a hotel is? I've always known what it is, but apparently a lot of people don't know the difference between a motel and a hotel. But also apparently motels are not a thing in Europe for the most part. They're more of a North America thing because we're so fucking big of a place to travel across. Like if you're traveling from one side to another, motels are kind of like more relevant. I don't know if they're actually in Europe or not, but apparently it's not like a common thing. Oh, maybe I go up there. That tree looks climbable. So a motel or a hotel, as you know, is just, it's like a big building with many different rooms in it, and usually the security is pretty good. You pay your stay. At least the hotels here, like the ones I've been to, it is like you will get your hotel stay ahead of time, usually. You will have your booking fee. You'll go to the front desk, tell them you're here to sign in for your hotel. You will give them your credit card info, basically. Anyway, you'll give them your credit card info as a like precaution, just in case you damage anything. What is this? Cloud fungus? What the fuck's a cloud fungus? Well, gotta figure it out. I can't really put this down without it rolling away, huh? Oh man, can I put it like, What's this? Whoa! Whoa! Cool! Does it stay forever? Did my drink fall down all the way? Or is it still under me? Oh, it's under me. Pog. Never saw that. That's an old item. No, I've never seen that be old as in when, dude. Because last time I streamed this game is the last time I played it. So, like, a few weeks ago, maybe? That's so cool. Ah, wind. Wait, that's so cool. Since Roots released. What? Really? I've never, ever seen this. I've never seen this item in Roots. What the fuck? Fucking hide it from me or what, man? That's so cool. I don't know how I could use it effectively, but it was neat. Anyway. I found a... Oh, so anyway, so a hotel, you get the room, and you go inside the main building, right? You would go inside the building, you get your key card. A lot of the ones here, you'll need the key card even to, like, go up the elevator. So if you want to go to up the elevator for extra people's... for people's extra safety, essentially, you would need to have a key card to prove that you're even a guest at the hotel to go up, like, up the floors, right? Because you usually go in, there's like a front desk, there's like people, and then you have to go to the elevator to get to the rooms. You can't just like walk up to a room. You can't do that, right? You have to go the elevator up, or there's like emergency stairs, which you also would normally need a key card to get into, unless there is an actual emergency, in which case they'll open. Excuse me as I sip my water. And it's very safe, and you go up to your room and you like scan your card. You either stick your card in a slot or you just tap your card, depending on what kind of hotel it is or what hotel it is. I think it's no real difference. It's the same shit. Wind. And you know, you get like a little room, depending on like what kind of room you get. Whether it's like a big fancy room, you get like a living area too, or like even a kitchen sometimes. I usually just get ones that have a bed in it and a bathroom, and that's all I need, because that's all I really care about is a bed and a bathroom, to be honest. I don't need more than that. Let me take another healing item just in case I decide to hurt myself again for fun. This. There we go. Poisonous. Okay. What tells it from Timu? Kinda. So that's like a hotel, right? It's all indoors. It's all indoors, right? And sometimes you'll have like parking. You can like park somewhere in a parking area that they usually have, and then you can like... Everything is indoors though, right? Not this way. Let's go that way. A motel is all outdoors. As in, you can access any room from the outside. Basically, it's meant mainly for travelers. So that you can basically go, you go and you like park, like the entire front of the place is like a parking lot. So it's like, usually a motel will be like in a U shape. A lot of times it's either a straight line across, like this, like a straight line across, or it's in like a U shape like this. So there's like a building, and then the entire center will be like parking lot. And so you just go and you park in front of your room. You park in front of your room and your door is right there. So you go to the front, like inside, usually it's got like a glass like panel in front, and you can like just say, hey, I want a room. And they're like, okay, here's a key. Pay the fee for the key in case you lose the key, and yeah, enjoy your stay, I guess. So you drive in, you park, and that's your room. It's right there. And all you have is a single key, like an actual like normal key. You stick in the door, you turn it, bam, you're in your room. and they usually are not very well taken care of. I know, at least for me, I never want room service when I'm in a hotel because I'm usually going to a convention when I'm at a hotel. And I don't want room service because I'm very paranoid about, like, my stuff being touched or someone else being in my room. It makes me very paranoid. And I know it's their job and stuff. I know it's fine, but at the same time, I get very paranoid. And I also don't... I feel bad. I know it's not like a thing everywhere, but at least in North America, it's very common to leave tips for people, even your room service. It's a very common thing. And after spending so much money traveling to go to a convention and how much money I'm going to spend in like Artist Alley or going out to eat and stuff, especially when it's usually US currency I'm going to be spending, when my Canadian currency is worth so little, I'm very hesitant to spend any extra money. So in order to not do that, I don't ask for room service. And honestly, I don't need room service in a hotel anyway. It's not like I'm making the room dirty. I'm in there to sleep and shower. That's it, right? I don't really spend any other time in my room. So, like, it's not like it's getting fucking dirty or anything. I don't need room service. I don't need, like, my towels changed every day. I don't do that at home. Like, I don't need to be, like, treated... Oh, fucker almost got me. Like, treated like some sort of king or some shit. I ain't got money like that to be treated like a king. I ain't got money like that. Anyway. Oh, awkward. Oh, I'm forcing it. I'm forcing it. I'm forcing it. Please don't bum. Oh, we did it. Please, please! Fucking wind! Okay, we're good. Whew. We're okay. We're okay. Good. Anyway. A motel doesn't have anything like that, and it's usually pretty cheap. It's usually very affordable. But this place I went to was extra affordable. So, I found a place to stay. There's like nowhere to stand there. What the hell? I don't want to go there. I found a place to stay that was, in comparison, remember, in comparison, the hotels that were near the convention, like within a 5-minute walking distance, and this motel was about a 15 to 20 minute driving distance, so I'd take like a 15 or 20 minute Uber. Wait, this side fucking, what can I maybe, wait, actually I have a rope cannon. 8. That'll work. Hell yeah. It was about a 20-minute drive away, like 15, 20-minute drive away from the con. And so an Uber for that amount of time would probably be about 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, hey, another blue thing. Like 20 to 30 minutes. Fanny pack. Can't use it. Very sad. You can stop giving me fanny packs, bro. I can't even use the damn things. Piss me off. Even though they're cute. Here, bugs. It's about 15, 20 minutes. So an Uber for that amount of time of driving is usually about $20. So whatever the motel cost is, plus $20. Like, each way. So an extra $40 a day, basically. Like an extra... Well, probably closer to extra 50, right? Because of tips and if the price goes up at a certain time. Because when I was going back later at night, for example, the price was higher because it was later at night. Please don't push me. But anyway, so whatever the motel price is, plus 50. And that's what I anticipated. So the motel price... It was near an airport. It was $89 a night, plus 50 for travel back and forth. So that's about, you know, let's just be generous and say $150, right? We'll add extra. Hey, another thing. Wonder what this one does. Let's say about $150 a night, right? Scout's Ambition. Ooh, what's this one do, guys? What's Ambition do? What's this one do? What's it 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 do? I don't want to hurt myself again. Eh. Oh! Oh! That hurt me a bit, but that's really cool. That'll be helpful. That'll be really helpful. That one's good. Keeping that one. It was $89 a night, plus the 50 to travel back and forth. So let's just say it's 150, just to be give us an easy number. So $150 a night or a day versus $450 a day. I wonder which one I'll take. Right? Kind of an easy choice. I looked at pictures of the place and it didn't look great. It didn't really look good. It looks pretty grungy and cheap, but like, well, what do you expect? It's 89 fucking dollars a night, right? It's not meant to be super nice or anything like that. That's not the point of that place. I don't think I make that. I gotta, ooh, fucking wind. Stop so I can drop down. Thank you. Like, it's not supposed to be super nice or anything, right? It's just like a place you go to stay a night and then you leave, right? Because you have to, like, you're traveling or something. And it was like, well, whatever. I'll do it. And the place itself, it was pretty yuck. We'll get to that later when I actually get there in the story. But then I had to plan a way of how to get there. Now that I had a place where I could stay, and I booked it, I had to find out how to get there. And I had a couple options. Normally, when I go to... Oh, hey. Normally, when I went to Otakuthon in Montreal, what I would do is I would carpool with my friends. But because it was so last minute, I couldn't really do that. Like, I didn't want to be messaging people, like, 2 nights before the trip and be like, hey, guys, can I ride with you? Smile. Like, super last minute, because that just kind of feels rude to, like, do it so last minute like that. To, like, impose on people. Like, super, super last minute. Ooh, what the... Mesa. Aw, man, this isn't a new one either. Give me a new map, motherfucker. God damn. So I didn't want to do that, right? So I had to figure out how to get there. And my options were basically antidote. Poison antidote. Not like I need that right now, though. My options were basically either drive up to Toronto and then catch the train from Toronto to Montreal. And that is, so essentially I would be driving or using public transport. I'd be trying to find public transport, like using public transport, and that would take me about 3 hours. It would take me about 3 hours and only cost me like $15 or so to get up to Toronto. It would take me about 2.5, 3 hours, maybe longer, maybe 4, depending on how the public transit is that day. Why are you getting closer? Stop! Stop! Why? Why? Run! Jesus Christ. That shit came at me like a fucking red shell. Get out of here, dude. Fuck off. Fuck off. Scared me. Oh no, I told people I fucked up, but I wasn't gonna like intrude on them and be like, hey, can I come with you? Last minute, out of nowhere? Hey, can you change your entire plans for me? Like, I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Oh man, I guess I got rid of one of these. Best item. One of the best items, rather. I'm not gonna ask people to like change their whole plans. Ah! Oh. Why? The world's against me right now, bro. Even fucking tumbleweeds are red shelling me. Stop! But anyway, so it's like a 3-hour, 4-hour trip. Not too expensive. And then I also have to take the train from Toronto to Montreal, which that is about a 6-hour trip. It's about a 6-hour trip in the train, so about 3 to 4 hours plus 6 hours if it's not too hot out, because if it gets really hot out, unfortunately our trains are really not great in comparison to like the trains in like Asia or Europe, for example, but especially the ones in Asia that are quite quick and, you know, oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah! Stop! Stop it! Why? Ah, leave me alone! Leave me alone. I want this aloe vera. In game. Don't come back. So it would take about 10 to 12 hours for the day of travel each way. So a total of like 24-hour travel to get there and get back. And then the train ride from Toronto to Montreal and then back, the round trip would still be about, when I looked at it, because it was last minute, the round trip for getting there on Thursday, like leaving Thursday, and then getting there, or coming back on, getting back on Monday, it was going to cost me about $650, which was more than what it cost me to stay where I was staying. So I was like, that's a long fucking travel time, and I really don't want to do it, and that's really expensive for how long it's gonna take. Like, I can make this and like slide down, right? I can like grab there and slide, surely. Yay! I missed! Buh. GG. Well, hopefully the new map started so we can get new areas. We're dead. Buh. Look at the aloe vera sticking out of my butt. It looks like I'm a porcupine. Anyway, that was funny. So like, it wasn't really awesome. So I was like, well, what's my other option? My other option is potentially taking a flight there. And I was looking at the flights, and the flights only take like an hour and a half to get there, because you can just like cross over the giant like lakes and stuff, because we have like the Great Lakes in Canada. And that's like a big separator. Instead of having to go all the way around, you could just go right over. And so I was looking at the flights, and reasonably enough, it wasn't as bad. The flight was only like an hour and 15 minutes, and the round trip cost was still expensive. It was more expensive than the train, but it also reduces my travel time by like 3/4. So instead of traveling for like 12 hours a day both ways, I only had to travel like 3 to 4 hours a day both ways. And like the train total cost was like $650 for me, and then the plane cost was about $830, I think it was. So the difference was about just under $200. But it was also a difference of like a total travel time there and back of like 8 hours versus a total travel time of 24 hours. So I was like, well, and it was like less than 8 hours even too, because like everything was even quicker than I expected. So it was like definitely worth it in my opinion. It's the new island, right? Let me just double check. It was definitely worth it in my opinion to spend the extra little bit. Ah, yes, new island. Okay. Yippee. It's alright, I won't die anyway. Smile, thumbs up. Teehee, teehee. Oh, hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me double check something real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Okay, so me and Anna apparently didn't properly communicate about whose Friday we were playing on. I thought it was my Friday. Turns out it's her Friday. So the Escape the Backroom collab is tonight at 9 p.m. So It's tonight at 9 p.m.? Not tomorrow night at 9 p.m.? Oh. So 9 p.m. tonight is when we're playing. Like now? No, it's 1 p.m. It's currently 1 p.m. We're playing at 9 p.m. My time. So in just under 8 hours. In just under 8 hours, we'll be doing it. Whoops. Because we were talking a little bit before stream, and then she said, I'll see you in a couple hours. And I was like, And I went and looked. And I looked at her schedule, and I was like, oh. 3 a.m.? Yeah, pretty late. Oh, yeah, I want to use this art for my backrooms too. That's so cute. Wait, somebody, I'm stealing her thumbnail because I also want to use this. Will you play tomorrow? I don't know. I was gonna do a gorilla stream anyway, so it works out. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. Because there was this one art that somebody drew, and it made me so happy. I love when people draw me with my friends, because it makes me just so happy. It makes me super, 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 super happy when people draw me with my friends. But somebody drew a little art of us, like, screaming together in the back rooms. And, because of the backrooms collab, like last one we did, and she used it as her thumbnail. I'm gonna use it too, because I really wanted to use this art as well. It's so cute. So cute. So yeah, tonight at 9, I'll have to ping about that in Discord. Still streaming, you? Yeah, I'll be streaming for a little while. But yeah, we'll be doing the backrooms tonight, actually, not tomorrow night. I miscalculated. Teehee. I got the time right, just the wrong day. Whoops. I guess we just didn't really properly speak about whose Friday we were talking about. I thought we were talking about my Friday. Fun Collab, thank you. Yeah, the VOD will exist on both our channels, so. But anyway, where was I? So I did end up deciding to go with a plane ride to Montreal. Backrooms? It's Escape the Backrooms. The Backrooms? Oh, I think it's Escape the Backrooms. I think she put the wrong title. Yeah, I'll let her know, actually. By the way... Oh. Link it. I think it has a different logo, right? Let me double check. I think I have it saved. Where was it? Yeah, there it is. It looks very similar. I think this is the logo, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, it is. Okay. By the way, you use the logo for a different game. This is the one for the game we're playing. I love that art so much. There we go. Yeah, you're right. I actually noticed that now too. Yeah, I sent her the logo for the actual game because I had it. Anyway, so I did end up taking a flight there, and I was really glad I took the flight instead of the train. Let me just like AFK here for a second so I can talk instead of just like climbing and getting distracted by all the new stuff. Yeah. Let me sip my water. So essentially on Tuesday night, I was like scrambling and freaking out and like panicking about getting everything sorted. I think I found out that the con was that weekend. And I was supposed to be there on Thursday, and it was like Tuesday night. I figured that out at around like 8 p.m. And by 2 a.m., I had everything planned and booked. By 2 a.m., I had gotten a flight. I had gotten a shitty little jank motel that saved me a lot of money. Got my con pass, got everything all set up. And then the next day, that was the day I was like, oh fuck guys, I just realized I'm going to a con this weekend, sorry, and I had to like cancel a bunch of streams. It was that weekend. And then the next day, I packed, got all my stuff ready. Kohaku Mama drove me to the airport, very nice of her. Saved me time and money. We took Piper with us in the back seat, and she was just happy to be along for the ride. Piper loves going in the car. Piper loves going in the car. She's so cute. She just like sticks her little nose out the window, and she's just like sniffing like crazy. She just loves all the new smells and like the wind and stuff. She's very cute. We have like a whole little doggy blanket thing back there in the back for her that like attaches to like the headrests on both sides, so that like her fur and stuff, any dirt or mud doesn't get like on the seats and stuff, and so she won't like roll off in between the seats. It's got like a big blanket, like a support thing. And so got dropped off, and I was pretty excited. I got there like a little early, not too early though, because it wasn't like an international flight. It was like a in Canada flight, which there's a word for that, but I can't think of it. Not local. What's the word for that? When you're flying inside the country? I can't think of it. As soon as someone says the word, I'll be like, ah, yeah, that one. I can't think of it. Whatever. Domestic. Thank you. That's the word. A domestic flight. So I don't really have to be early, and I also didn't have any check-in bags. I don't, like, if I'm only going for a weekend, I'm not going to check in any bags. I can take everything I need with me in a carry-on bag and, like, a backpack as a personal item. Because usually flights here, at least, you're allowed to have a carry-on item and a personal item. So I'll take my carry-on bag that is, like, perfectly the exact maximum, like, size. And then, like, I'll also take my backpack with me as my personal item, because they can fit under a chair or on my lap just fine. So that's usually what I do. So I knew I didn't have to like be there early or anything, but I did go a little bit early anyway, just so I could like eat something before I got on the plane, like at the airport. There's usually like a Timmy's or something. Got something to eat, got on my flight. Flight there was fine. We were chilling. I was reading for most of it, but then eventually I got to like the end of like the chapters I had saved on my phone, and I couldn't get internet in the sky, so I was like a little sad. So I just kind of sat there and listened to music for like the final 30 minutes of my flight. Landed, and no babies on the way there, no. I landed at the airport, and there was two airports. I landed at the far one, like the one that was like for like on the right side of the river, like if you're looking at a map that is like north and south. I landed on the far side of it. It's kind of close to a theme park, actually. I didn't realize there was a theme park in Montreal, but there's like a theme park, and I got to see it every day when I was like taking the Uber back and forth. But I landed at the airport, got my stuff, got lost in the airport, got unlost in the airport because I took the wrong turn, and I was like, where the fuck am I? And I asked somebody, and they're like, oh, go that way, stupid. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then got out. I called an Uber to bring me to my motel, and as I was approaching it, I was like, oh no. Oh no, because the entire approach to it wasn't even like in a neighborhood. It wasn't like on a road. It was on a fucking highway. It was on the side of a highway, which I guess makes sense for a motel, but at the same time, there was literally nothing around it, like no stores, no like 7-Elevens, no like Avondale, no like corner stores, no nothing. No grocery stores nearby, nothing. I was like, ah, man, because I usually like to go and like pick up some snacks or some anything when I'm at a con for my room, so I have some fresh water, because I don't really like to drink water from the tap in a hotel, but especially not a fucking motel. I'd rather just drink like bottled water, because especially if you're going somewhere like overseas, or you're going somewhere like fairly far away, tap water is different. And like so like when people have different like levels of tap water, like different levels of cleanliness, or different levels of, say for example, there's different types of algae or different types of little bugs or things that can be in the water in different places in the world. And if your body's not used to those types of things in the water, you'll get sick usually because your body's not used to those, right? Like normally our bodies become immune over time because we just live here and they adapt. But when you go to a new place, drinking the water can make you sick, like very sick. So bottled water is usually what you want to drink. You know, sucks to have plastic, but it is what it is. At least if you recycle it and put it in a blue bin or whatever, then, you know, at least you're doing something with it. And a lot of companies now at least use recycled materials for their bottles and stuff, which is really nice. But anyway, I digress. Sip my water. But there was nothing around. I like to have like a snack or something because in the morning I need to take my medications, right? And I can't take my medication with water. I need to take it with food. Like that's part of like the instructions with it, because you're not supposed to take it on an empty stomach. And also I just can't take pills with water. I have to take them with food. I like my throat just refuses to let me swallow otherwise if I feel a pill in my mouth. I have to like chew my food and as I'm about to swallow, throw the pill in at the same time. My body's weird like that. Good old childhood trauma or something. Anyway, but yeah, there was like nothing around. And I pull up and I take a look around. Like I look down the lot because they drop me. The Uber says this good and they drop me in front of where the front office thing is. And I'm like, yep, thank you. And I get all my stuff out and I'm standing there now with my luggage in one hand and my backpack on my back. And I'm looking down like this long, like I said, like a lot of them are like U-shaped, right? So it's kind of like, say for example, like this tile here, and it goes all the way down here, and then it goes all the way over here, and then it goes all the way back up here, and then like all of this is like parking lot. It was basically that, but like down the center they had like a little communal pool thing and some grass, and then like all along there was just like parking spots in front, and it was all like a one floor one. Some motels will be like a long strip like this, and then there'll be like 2 floors. This one was just 1 floor, and it was a U shape like this. And then like there's a little center area with grass and stuff for if you have pets. And then there's just parking all along. And the front office was like here. And so I'm standing here, like looking down this long row of rooms, and there had to be about like probably, I think they said there was over 100 rooms total. So on this side alone, there was like probably about 40 rooms. And then like here there was like 20, and then here there was another 40. And I was just looking down, and in front of a lot of the rooms on this side, there was a lot of just like beat up, like awful looking chairs or like cans and shit and like people had like grocery carts like up against their wall next to their rooms full of like crap. And I was like, oh no. Because I think this motel also served as a permanent home or a permanent lodging for people who otherwise would probably be homeless. And that did make me a little bit nervous, I'll be honest. Just because if somebody was looking for an opportunistic thing, right, and they watched what room I went into, or like got an idea of what time I leave in the morning with my stuff, for example, you know, I was a little bit nervous about that. But at the same time, I was like, you know, it'll be fine. There's cameras everywhere. There's like cameras all along the walkway, so you can see who goes in and out of rooms and stuff. So it'll be fine. It's whatever. I'm not gonna leave anything expensive there anyway. Just my clothes, and if they want to steal my clothes, then that's a little fucked up, but it is what it is. And so I talked to the lady, get my room key, get a non-smoking room, and I walk down, and she's like, just come back. If you don't like your room, don't touch anything in it. Like, don't like do anything to it, but just like come back here and we can change you to a different room. And they give me a key. I'm like, all right. And so I walk down, I'm walking along the way. It took me like, I had to walk like to like 20 rooms down or something, 20, 30 rooms down. And I put the key in the lock. I turned the door. Before I even turned the door, you know what I noticed? You know how with doorways like this, right? the door is usually fitted in a way where it, like, when the doors close, it perfectly fills all the gaps. And if it doesn't, like, completely fill it, usually there's, like, the little bit of rubbery stuff that will, like, cover it kind of thing, like, at the bottom, or, like, seal it with, like, rubber or something on the sides, so that it's, like, a really good fit still. It's still very snug and, like, keeps air and bugs and shit out. It was missing that on half the door. So I could see in the room through a crack in the door where it had been, like, worn off or, like, torn off. So I could kind of see into the room from a crack in the door. And I was like, oh no. And I open the door and I walk in, and immediately to my, so I walk in the room, right? I walk in. Immediately to the left is a bed with some stains on the top cover, a little shelf, like 2 bedside tables, one here, one on the other side, and they look like they're mismatching and they're in rough shape. And to the right is a TV hanging off the wall, like drooping, a cabinet that has, like, no handles on it, just holes. You can open it through the holes. It's pretty rough for wear as well. And there's a little table with 2 chairs, and the chairs definitely were picked up off the side of the road because they were, like, metal chairs that didn't match with anything in the room. The cushions were looking like, the cushions looked like this. The cushion looked like this, like dirty, and the metal was, like, rusted. And then there was one of those wall air conditioning units that are, like, up here kind of thing, right? And it didn't work. It was broken. There was a dial on the wall to control the temperature of the room. It was also broken. There was a window air conditioner, though, and I got the air conditioner in the window to work. I had to plug it in myself and do all the settings myself, but I got it to work. So that kept me alive, because if I didn't have that, I would have died in that room, I think, for real. If it wasn't, like, a person killing me, it would have been the heat. And then in the back, like, across from where the table and the chairs were, was the entrance to the bathroom. The bathroom at least had a door that locked. That was nice. But when you walked in, if you looked up, you know how there's, like, usually, like, a little air vent or something in a bathroom? It was just a hole. It was just a hole. There was no cover. There was no covering. It was just a big hole in, like, a circular vent thing. It was like you couldn't see outside, but it was just like a hole. Instead of having a cover over it like it was supposed to, it was just, like, ripped off. So it was just a big fucking hole with a vent. And it was like, oh, okay. And the mirror was dirty. The mirror was dirty. The toilet was not as bad as I expected. The sink was very old, and, like, it had the rust stains. You know, like, the orange rust, like, rust water stains coming from both of the handles. And, like, the bottom of the sink looked really gross, like, around the drain, like, stained gross. And then the bathroom, or, like, the actual shower was a tub. Oh, you know how, like, showers have, like, the tiles and stuff, right? Like, it's tiled, like, say, yeah, like this, right? It's, like, all tiled, right? Usually, a lot of times, a lot of them are tiled like this. There was a lot of grime and, like, black dirt and grime in each and every single fucking line of every tile of the entire shower area. And then, like, at the bottom of the grout, it was, like, kind of torn away and just black. And I was like, awesome. And there was, like, 3 fucking bugs on the wall. And I was like, oh, great. That's awesome. Yay! Roommates! Hi, Vinny. And I was like, okay, yeah. Great. Okay. And, like, I just thought about her saying, if you don't like the room, you can come back and change it for another one. And I was thinking, like, if this is the first room they gave me, how much worse could a different one be? how much worse could it get? And if I say I want a different one and they give me a different one, it'd be really awkward to say, hey, can I have a different one again? Like a second time? So I just kind of went like, well, let me at least check the bed. Let me at least check the bed. Because all I care about is there's a shower, it works, and the bed is clean. And remember, the top sheet of the bed was not clean. Well, it was, but it had stains. Like, it was, like, fairly clean. Like, it would be like this blue, like, here to here, like, clean. But there'd be, like, a little, like, stain, like, a tiny little stain here and there. Like, at the bottom. And I was like, okay. Well, the only thing I really cared about was the linens, though. Like, the part that will actually be on my body. So I pulled off the entire sheet. Entire top sheet. I pulled the entire thing off. Because I wanted to not only check if the sheets under it were clean, which they were, actually. The sheets underneath the top sheet were, like, a brand new, like, very white, very clean linens, which was nice. Thank you. Bless. And then I also wanted to check the mattress for anything sharp, potentially, in it. So I put my jeans on over my hands, folded my jeans over my hands, and then just like pressed down in spots all along the mattress, just in case, because when you're in a place like this, it wouldn't be strange for drug addicts to be also in the same type of space. And if there were a leftover needle that got overlooked, I wouldn't particularly want it stabbed into my body in the middle of the night and then get some disease or some shit. So with the jeans over my hands, I just pushed down and listened for any sounds or like any feelings of resistance that were different than the rest of the bed. And I pushed down all around, and I didn't feel anything. Thank God, didn't find anything. And it seemed good. It seemed fine. And I was like, all right, I guess this is where I'm staying. And I took a look around the room, and I was like, oh my God. I unpacked some of my stuff, like my bathroom stuff at least, and I kind of just left most of it in a bag, like in my actual room area. I didn't want to leave it out. It just seemed like a bug would get on it or something. It freaked me out, so I kind of just closed my stuff every day afterwards and like put my stuff all away every time, as if I could like leave it at a moment's notice if I had to. And I was kind of considering it, like if it got too sketchy or weird, I was just gonna leave and say fuck it and like beg a friend to let me borrow a floor or something if I didn't have a choice. But I'd rather be independent, because I feel bad imposing on people. And I felt a little grossed out, but I didn't feel scared, like worried for my safety at all, if that makes sense. If I was worried for my safety, then I would have left, right? If I had any worries about my safety, I would have just left, right? But it wasn't like that, at least. It was sketchy, but it wasn't like I felt immediately in danger or something. So I was like, all right, whatever. I had to go plug the fridge in, the little mini fridge they had, which was cool. I didn't expect them to have that. It was kind of loud and scary, but it worked. That's cool. So I put my one water bottle in and got my stuff kind of sorted out, figured out what I was going to do. I sat on the edge of the bed. I didn't want to sit on any of the chairs because they were pretty grubby looking. I sat on the edge of the bed where it was actually clean and looked up what I was going to do for the day. And then I called an Uber to go down to the con area because I wanted to go pick up my badges. My badge for the convention on Thursday because they were open to do that. The con itself wasn't until Friday, and it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you could pick up your badge early on Thursday, which made the most sense for me, and I had time to kill. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And then I was gonna go to dinner with some friends after. Also, excuse me one moment. I just realized I have to go to the bathroom. I've been like talking all this time, and I've been like, I'm like a bottle of water and a half deep. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 second. We'll continue the story. I'm like barely into the story, dude. I have so much to talk about. Jesus. Anyway. 1 moment. My apologies. Bathroom break. I'm also gonna see. I'm pretty sure Kohaku Mama's back already, but I'm gonna check if she's not, and then let Piper in too. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Okay. Where was I? Took my BRB away. So, what a beer. Nice. Is there a dance that just keeps going, or does it just end after a while? It just ends, huh? What a shame. Anyway. I settle into my room, and I'm like, alright, whatever. And I look up what I need to do. And I call the Uber to bring me down to the convention center. And it cost me, like, what I expected, which was about 20 bucks. The ride back the night was about 29. So, again, what I expected was around 20 to 30 bucks, depending on the time. So it wasn't too bad. And I gave, like, $3 tips every time, too. But I went down to the con. I got in line. I actually just, like, didn't even have to get in line. Like, I guess I went at a good time as far as, like, on Thursday was concerned. I went at, like, probably, I think I got there at about, like, 7 p.m. or something, and they were doing, like, badges until 9. And so I think I picked a really good, like, middle time, because I think most people that were picking up on Thursday did it, like, earlier in the day. So there wasn't even, like, a line. I just walked up, got my badge, and peaced out. It was great. And then some of my friends were nearby that were doing, like, staffing stuff. So they were like, oh, yeah, we'll come down and get you. And one of them just came downstairs, grabbed me, and then we went up into the staff area. I felt a little bit guilty because I had to lie to one of the security guys and say I was basically, like, they were taking me upstairs, and only staff could go up at that time, like, on Thursday, because they were still preparing stuff. And so when we were heading over, he saw her badge and was like, yep. And he saw my badge and was like, no, you can't, kind of thing. He was, like, in the middle of saying, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually, I'm actually a guest this year, and I'm being shown around, and I also have to go upstairs to pick up my guest badge. And he looked at her, and she just said, "Yep." And he was like, "Okay." Like, because I was like, it's not uncommon for guests to get regular badges too, if they want to stay more incognito. So I felt a little bit guilty about lying to the guy. Sorry, dude. But, you know, I'm used to it. I have a lot of friends who are staff or like guests, and I usually have to fib my way into stuff sometimes. And I feel a little bit bad, and they give me the benefit of the doubt, and I appreciate it. I think it's mainly just because I say it with a lot of confidence. That they're like, oh, okay, yeah. I don't, like, make it seem obvious that I'm lying. I guess that's a benefit of being a criminal psychology major, is that I know how to tell if people are lying, usually. So I'm also good at making it hard to tell if I'm lying. I'm gonna refresh my YouTube, hold on. Excuse me. There we go. Alright. Let me start climbing too while we're talking again. Hopefully we get the new areas. Yeah, let me just go on the easy one so I can explore once we get to the new ones. But yeah. Went upstairs for a little bit and like walked around the staff areas to like hang out with friends and like help them get set up with the stuff they were doing. And then we were all going out for dinner later. And we went to a friend's restaurant that they own in Montreal. They own a sushi place, which is really cool. So we went there and got a omakase. Like they already had like some pre-prepared stuff for us. We just pay the price and, you know, eat it. And there for a second, eat coconut. So I went there and just hung out with friends and talked, and it was a good time just catching up with people and hanging out and stuff. After that, did I do anything else on Thursday? I don't think so. Let me double check. But yeah, we went out for food after that and got some good sushi stuff. Let me just double check. I'm gonna look at my photos. I don't think I did anything else that night. No, I didn't. Okay. But yeah, I went out. We had our food. It was good. We were out for like probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. Why was it showing me the piton there for a second? That was weird. I don't even have it on me. And then everyone was heading back, and so I headed back with them to the con center just because it was closer than where we were actively, so it would make my Uber cheaper. So I went with them back to the center, talked for a little bit. A couple of them waited with me for my Uber, which was nice, and then took the Uber from a hotel over to the motel. And I was a little bit worried. It was my first night in the motel. I was a little nervous. A little bit. To be honest, I was kind of nervous. Oh, it didn't break. Hey, a little nervous. But I got there and it was nighttime, so it was pretty dark, as you can imagine. And it was a little sketchy. Does Guidebooks anything new now? Hold on. All right. Oh. No, okay, there's nothing new. I thought maybe there'd be something new about all the new stuff. But anyway. I was a little sketched out getting there at nighttime. God, hold on, my throat's doing the thing. Ugh, I was trying to get some phlegm out and did not want to come out. Fucking thing. A pain in my ass. What are you gonna do though? Anyway. So, as I went and I got my key. I left my key in my bag pretty much all day, like in a certain pouch, so I knew exactly where it was. And I took my key out, and I know it's kind of silly, but, you know, you never really know what's gonna happen, ever, in life. So it's always better to be prepared than not prepared. So, I took the key and laced it in between my fingers in my fist, so that when I make a fist, the key was sticking out of the key, like the point of the key was sticking out from my, like between my fingers on my fist, and the little tag that was on the, like connected to it, was in my palm of my hand, so that if I did have to punch someone or something with that, the back of the key wouldn't just jam into my palm of my hand. It would instead hit the tag, and it wouldn't hurt my hand at all. And it was, you know, I felt a little silly doing it, but at the same time, I was pretty sketched out. It was pretty sketchy. I didn't see anyone outside, but it was still, like, it was very dim. There weren't very many working lights. And I just kind of felt uncomfortable, so I did it. And it made me feel a little bit more comfortable, even if it was kind of silly. And, you know, didn't have to encounter anyone or anything, so we're chilling. So that was good. An attack with deadly weapon? Exactly. I mean, it's just a key. Just a key. It's not a deadly weapon. But yeah. The rocket! I want to try that. I need to try it. I need to try it. I need to try it again. Hold on. Okay. Up. Whee! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, it hurts when you fall! Okay. We might have to restart. We might have to restart, guys. I thought maybe I'd get, like, a grace period if I'm falling from the sky, where it wouldn't hurt me. Ow. Ow. Owie. Ooh. Ooh, ow. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Ow. I'm restarting. That hurt. Hurt a lot. Ow. Oh, I hit host instead of offline. Whoops. Oh, no matter. Oh, that wasn't a death! I didn't die! That's a lie. That's an incorrect count. That's gaslighting and wrong. That's incorrect information because I didn't die. I just restarted. That's different. I'm running funny. But anyway, I got to my room. I was super glad that I left the air conditioning on when I left. The room was nice and cool. It was dark as shit, but I flipped the light on. I kept the blinds closed. God, okay. My throat's really bugging me. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm gonna go take a extra med real quick. 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. Went and took one of the, one of the big pills. Oh, God. I want to use it so bad. The big pills that helps with, the phlegm and whatnot. Let me get some coconut. But, yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, so got back to the room. Yeah. Got back to the room. Got in there, was super glad that I left air conditioning on. And it was like, no, it was still the same as I left it. What are you gonna do, right? Brush my teeth, put my phone on the charger, read for a little bit on my phone, set my alarm for the morning, and went to bed. It took me a while to get to bed though, because like one pillow was as hard as a fucking rock, like super, like hard, like bad. And the other one was like really soft but really thin, so it was like, oh, I had to like fold the super thin one like over itself, so it was like twice as thick, and then I could sleep on it. The other one was way too hard. It was like super thick and super hard. It like hurt my neck and my head to sleep on it. Ooh, bunch of coconut right there. I'm gonna cook all those up. Nope. That's two. I'm at it. See you later, buddy. And then woke up in the morning, and it was my first time to use the shower, or the bathtub shower, at the motel. So I'm not really like an exceptionally tall guy. Like I'm barely under 6 foot. Like I'm not short, but I'm not tall either. Like not ridiculously tall at least. Like say for example, let's say the top of the B here is my height, right? So I'm this tall where the B is, right? The top of the B. The shower head, when I was standing in the bathtub, was about here, under the B. Like somewhere under the B. Not quite as far as the A, but like it was low. Like I could stand up to it, and it was like the shower head was under my chin if I was standing next to it. So I had to like, and then the water pressure was also really low. So not only was it like short, I had to like get down on my knees to wash my head. I had to crouch down at the bottom of the tub to wash my head or my face. It was kind of awkward. And then for the kicker, there was no hot water. There was no hot water at all. Luckily, it was summertime, so even the room temperature water wasn't too bad, but I was still shivering the whole time. So the entirety of my shower, I was just standing there, or crouching there, shivering, while trying to shower as quick as possible. Wash my face, wash my hair, wash my body, all that stuff. And then got out of the shower, freezing. Got dried off. Did my hair, get my clothes on. Got ready to leave. Locked my door. Called my Uber. And then went and waited out front. Got picked up, which was good. No problems there. There was quite a few people like out and about in that area that probably lived in the area at that time. I was kind of like avoided looking at them much, but I kept an eye out just in case, because I'm a very skeptical person and I don't trust people. I have very big trust issues. I am trust issues personified as a human being. Drink. I'll try out a coconut for this. Yoink. Coconut's so heavy. There we go. And, Sorry, when I get really quiet like this, it's because I'm like trying to swallow. My fucking throat feels like there's something stuck in it constantly, and it's affecting how I talk, but also the fact that it makes my throat really sore. Barely. Nice. God, such a pain. Anyway. Went to the con, day 1, and it was awesome. I was so glad to go there. Like, I think the first thing I did, I still have the schedule open? I don't think so. Damn, I don't. I can't remember exactly what I did the first day. Let me see if I can find the schedule real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the schedule really quick. Schedule? Oh, I think I found it. Oh, perfect, I found it. So I mainly was only interested in like a lot of the VTuber stuff that was going on. So I went to a couple people's meet and greets and like panels and stuff. So one of the panels, I went to Yuria's meet and greet, and then there's all this stuff on Friday. I went to Aegis Link's Love Live fan dub. That was really funny, actually. It was really cute how they did it. Like, I completely forgot how the original Love Live looked, so it was kind of cool to see it again. I did a huge walk around I think I spent like 2 hours in the artist alley after that. And then I went to Yuria's, Meet Yuria, Feet, Streams, and Screams panel. And it was pretty funny. It was really funny because like I could see people feeling like awkward about it because she was like just showing fucking feet. It was so funny. Like VTuber feet. It was really funny. She was like talking about how she started her VTubing career and like just became more comfortable with herself as a person and like things she likes, etc. and her art and all that kind of stuff. And it was just like kind of interesting to hear someone else's story. And it was really, really funny for me because she had like this little like game where it was like guess the VTuber by their VTuber feet, and it was really fucking funny because my friend Haru, who you've seen in chat before, had to be the MC for that, and he was trying to like hype people up in the crowd to participate. And so it's him with the microphone going like, "Yeah, guys, whose feet are those?" And he was like trying, and it was so funny. It was so funny because he's kind of awkward when he gets put on the microphone. Like he's completely normal almost all the time. Like he's a very funny guy, very good guy, good at what he does. But when you put him on a microphone to make him MC, sometimes he freezes up a little bit, especially if he doesn't really know what's going on. And he's just like thrown into it. It's really funny. So I was watching him struggle, and it made me really happy. I will not touch you, funny glowing light. I'll play with you in multiplayer, but not single. So it was really funny to see him struggle. And then, let me look at my photos so I remember what I did that day. On Friday, oh yeah, so on Friday, I went to the meet and greets and I like took photos of people. Oh yeah, because, Elia was having a meet and greet. It was supposed to be on Sunday, but it got changed to Friday at the same time as Yurira. So I was very lucky that I realized that. and got to go to her meet and greet too, just to mess with her, and like talk to her a little bit because she's my friend. So I was happy with that, and I took pictures of like the VTuber models in the meet and greets because it was kind of cool. They were doing this thing where instead of like having them on a TV, for example, like I feel like very commonly you'll see like pictures of like Off-Kai or other conventions where people do VTuber meet and greets, and the VTuber is usually on like a television, like turned to the side long ways, like vertically. So you can show off most of their model, and like you can stand next to it and stuff like that, right? They did a thing in this special room at the convention called Oasis, where essentially the entire room is like a projector. Like there's projectors all over the ceiling, and all the walls are like a special material for projectors and for like touch screen and all this kind of stuff, right? So basically the VTubers were projected up onto a wall, like a giant wall, and you could just like walk up to them and talk to them. They could like move around the wall if they wanted and stuff. It was really cool. It was like a really, really cool thing. Like it was very interesting, like really cool technology. I was pretty impressed. I thought it was cool. So I took pictures of them up on the wall and stuff so they could have it. Went to the panel, took some pictures of my friends in Aegis Link. I went, like, as I was leaving the VTuber area, there was a bunch of VTuber standees, so I went and, like, saw them and took pictures of my friends' ones and sent it to them and stuff. It was cool. And then this was the day I, what day was this? This was, let me double check. So that was Saturday, and that was, okay, so, this would have been Friday night. Yeah, okay, I got it. So Friday, I had planned to go out for like a brunch lunch kind of thing with friends, with a friend. Was this after? Hold on, wait, let me double check. Okay, so it was. Okay, so this was this Saturday? This might be Saturday. What the hell did I do Friday? I don't remember what I did Friday night. Because I think Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Was it Friday? So Friday I went for that, and then. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I did now. I remember. Okay. So Friday, I went out to lunch with a friend. There was a really nice matcha cafe I knew about from last year. And went and got some matcha, some like really good drinks, and some like snacks and food and like a parfait and stuff. And it was really yummy. And then after that, I went out to dinner with a friend, with a different friend, and picked up this, like, it was like a chicken, like a spicy chicken dish with like a bunch of different spices and stuff, and like with a balsamic salad. Oh, I can speak. My fucking nose phlegm is kicking my ass. Nose and throat phlegm, making it hard for me to talk even. Excuse me. Had like a nice dinner. Went back to the con for a bit. I was gonna go like wander around the like when I got back from dinner, I was gonna go wander around the artist alley more, but it was already closed by that time at night, and I was like, no! And so I was like, man, what do I do? I was like, well, my other friends are out at dinner or doing stuff, and I finished my dinner already. I'm just gonna head back for the night. So I did. I headed back for the night, got my Uber back, and I got back when it was still a little bit light out, so it wasn't as sketchy. Went back to my room, locked the door. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, every night I would put I had like a big metal water bottle, and every night I'd put it right up against the door where it opens, so that if someone opened my door from the outside, because it was a push door, you had to push it in, it would knock my bottle open, like, or knock my bottle over and wake me up. It'd be like very loud because it's a big metal bottle. it was just like a just in case thing, right? I didn't think it would happen. I was like, there's a 0.001% chance someone would try to break into my room. But if it does happen, I have this here to help me, like at least wake up and be able to respond to it a little bit, right? That was always like a small fear. But anyway, I went into my room Friday night. It was still early. I didn't really want to sleep yet because I wasn't tired. So I think that night I mainly I read for quite a while. I read for like an hour. I played some Musume, just kind of relaxed, didn't really do a whole lot. Yummy. And then eventually it was late enough and I was like, all right, time for bed, and I fell asleep. The next day, on Saturday, let me look at my pictures in the schedule so I remember what I did. Easier when I have visual representation of my days. Okay. So, I actually let myself sleep in quite a bit because the only thing I really wanted to do that day, at least the first thing I wanted to do that day, didn't start until about 1 p.m. So I let myself sleep in for a little bit. And I slept in, I think I only got to the convention around like 11 a.m. or something, and it usually started at like 9 or 10 or something. So I was like an hour and a half. I think I got there at like 11:30 maybe. God, my throat, dude. I swear. I'm gonna go crazy. I got there at like 11:30. Nice jump. And first thing I did was I just went to the artist alley again because I really didn't even finish going through it all the way, and it was like almost impossible to like see all the booths because there were just so many. There was like hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds. But there was also hundreds of thousands of people in artist alley walking around and blocking booths or blocking ways. So I would like just skip a lane sometimes to go to the next one, and or like had to skip booths because I couldn't look at them properly. There was too many people around, or so I like it felt like I could never actually fully get through it. But I started at the opposite side on Saturday and like worked through and saw a bunch of booths I hadn't seen before, and I didn't really buy a lot, but I did buy a few little things here and there. Like I only ever really buy small things in the first place. I don't really collect posters or anything like that. Oh, hey, balloon. Yeah, I'll take it. But I got a few things. Oh, it's already cooked, huh? Nice. Go. This. Roots again. Damn it, dude. Where's the new stuff? Balloon. In you go, balloon. Yay. And then I guess I'll eat the coconut half and take this. Unless we get something really good in the scout guide. Let's see. What? Anti-Zuka? Alright. Probably makes anti-gravity area. That's kind of fucking sick. Okay, cool. Anyway, I wonder if you can use it to like shoot straight down when you're falling and save yourself. That'd be cool. I kind of want to test it. I also don't want to die. Again. Not wind. Ugh. Anyway. Cloud fungus. Huh. So I went around Artist Alley like a whole bunch that day, like probably for an hour or so. And then it was time for Elia and Triggerfish's, what's it called? Their panel? So I wanted to go to their panel because I wanted to go to the VTuber stuff. So I went to their panel and they were talking about like tea and stuff, so I was chilling. Whenever I went to panels, I was kind of just sitting in the back or like in the middle, the side somewhere, and like looking at my phone, just kind of relaxing for a little bit. It was nice. Just kind of listening in the back, right? It was nice. And then I think after that, that day had the, oh yeah, that day had like a a concert, like a paid concert to go to. So I was like looking around a little bit more. Went out and got some food for lunch. And then I went back to the convention to go to the concert. It was like a paid concert called Otaku Stage. And it was really fun to listen to. I went in and like listened to it and watched everyone sing and stuff. It was really, really cool. That's all I did for that night, really, for that day at the con. After that, I went to the concert, and then I went to go find a place to eat at. And I didn't really know where to go. I didn't have any plans, so I decided just to go for a walk. I went walking around in Chinatown, and was just looking for like a place to eat, but every place was just so full of people. And eventually I found this one that looked like they had a table open, so I went over and I went in, and I didn't know what to order. None of it was really like catching my eye, so I was like, well, I'll just try this, and I ordered like a banh mi. And it was like pretty affordable and stuff, like pretty cheap. And I was like, all right, I'll just order a little banh mi. And I ordered it, and it was, it wasn't great. It really wasn't great. The bread was really bad. What is this? Warp fungus? Hello? Oh, it teleports you to where you throw. Cool. I shouldn't have wasted that. Fuck, that's so cool. What the hell? Ah! Spider, help! Spider, help! Ah! Ow, my legs! You fucking asshole! God damn it! Bitch! Man! Man! Anyway. Fucking stupid spider. God, my throat. And the food really wasn't that good. I was really disappointed by it. Like, really disappointed in it. Like, I didn't even finish it. Like, it was eesh, a little rough. Went back to my room, slept, you know, the usual. Then it was Sunday. On Sunday, I slept in a little bit again, and then went to another little concert that day, which was nice. And then I went to a panel for a fighting game, like a fighting game panel by Mayfei. It was really fun. Like, the energy in the room was like super good. The energy in the room was so good, dude. It was genuinely so enjoyable. Like, I don't know anything about fighting games. I don't really care about fighting games. I'm not really interested in ever playing them. But, like, the energy in the room was really infectious and really fun to be a part of. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that panel. That was probably one of my favorite panels, if not my favorite panel the entire weekend. It was really good. She did a great job. And, like, the people that were participating were having a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed just watching and listening to everyone having fun. It was a good time. And then that day, everything I wanted to do ended kind of quickly, like in the morning time or like the early afternoon. So I was like, what do I do? And one thing I wanted to do was just take a walk around Old Montreal again, because I'd done it before. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to walk around even more this time. So I wandered around Old Montreal for probably like maybe an hour and a half. Just like walked up and down the roads and the cobble stuff and looked at the old buildings and just really like took it all in, kind of thing. I really just was enjoying myself. I can't stand here. Oh man. Right here. Nice. Really just enjoying myself. And eventually I was like, I'm a little hungry. I'm gonna find a place to eat. And I found this little place like tucked away in Old Montreal. And it was like an Asian fusion restaurant. And I don't know what it was I had exactly. It was like chicken and rice and like some different sauces and stuff. And Oh my god, it was so good. It was like 10 bucks. It was like probably one of my favorite meals I had the entire weekend. It was so fucking good. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was such a good meal. I was so happy. And I was really lucky too, because like I ordered mine, got my food, and like as I sat down and started eating, I think like a group of like 10 people came in, and it was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got my food before them. Holy shit. Like I was so glad. Oh shit. No! Oh, stinky. Man. And I just sat and enjoyed my food and listened to music, charged my phone a little bit in one of their outlets. It was great. It was a great time. After that, I was looking up, like, what I could do around the area. And that's when I found the archaeology museum on Google Maps. And there was, like, an archaeology museum nearby. And it mainly focused on, like, the archaeology of the around, like, the surrounding area of when the settlers first came over to Canada. And, like, stuff about indigenous tribes and, like, the settlers. Ah, Jesus. Stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting, but it wasn't really something I was super interested in compared to, like, other stuff that I could have been interested in. So I was like, yeah, it's all right, I guess, but it's like not like something I'm super interested in. But I was still like, all right, I'm gonna go look at it anyway because I think it'd be cool to see. But turns out they were doing a ancient Greek exhibit, like a limited time ancient Greek exhibit as well, which was really fucking cool. Oh, good one. And it had a bunch of like artifacts and things like art and artifacts shipped in from Greece, from like Athens, like the museum in Athens and some of the other museums around in that area, in Rome and stuff. And it was really fucking cool, man. It was really, really cool to like see this old, like these old marble statues and these old this old pottery, like in that kind of ancient Greek style that I've only really ever seen in media or in photos. I've never seen it in person before, so it was really, really cool to see it all. So I went and like just explored that for a while, and I spent a couple hours, well, an hour I think there, in the area, just like looking at all the different stuff. So it was really, really interesting. I had a great time. And then, go across that, yeah? No, we probably go up here, actually. After that, what'd I do? Hold on, let me get up here and I'll think about it. I can't remember. Oh yeah, on Saturday I went out for dinner with a friend. That's what I did. I think it was Saturday? No, it was Sunday. Sunday was the night I went out with friends. Yeah. Saturday was the night I went on my own with the banh mi, the shitty banh mi. And today's Sunday that I'm talking about. Excuse me. Actually, I can just go down here. Let me in there. I'm safe. There we go. After I went to the museum, what'd I do? Museum. Walked around to old Montreal a little bit longer. Oh yeah, okay. And then I went out with some friends to hang out. I was like asking if they were doing anything for dinner. And they're like, oh, actually, we were just gonna go to like an ice cream shop soon if you want to join. So I joined my friend and her friend. So there was 3 of us. We went to a specialty ice cream shop. When I posted that picture of the ice cream on Twitter, it was from this like specialty ice cream shop where they do like ice cream dipping and stuff. So it was really yummy. I had mine. It was like just a large vanilla cone with hazelnut dip on it, like hazelnut milk chocolate dip, and it was really fucking good. They had like different ones in like little cups and stuff and different flavors, like brownies and stuff. It was really cool. And we just sat and we talked and hung out for a while. It was nice to like catch up with them, hang out. And then we wandered around the town for a little bit on our way back to the hotel, and they were getting a little hungry, like for real food, because I had just eaten my like big lunch, so I was happy, I was chill. But they were like a little hungry, and I was like, okay, well, let's get something to eat. And we went by a skewer shop and then bought some skewers, and they were really yummy. We got some good skewers. And then hung out for a little bit longer, just like waiting for my Uber with me. That was very kind of them. And then went home for the night and slept. And we kind of decided that, oh. Okay, well that worked. Nice. Oh yeah, that night was a night I went to like a little party thing too, which was fun. Just kind of hang out for a little bit, and then went back to my room later. I went back. That was probably the night that I stayed out the latest. So I was getting back to my motel at like almost 1 a.m. and it was kind of creepy to be getting back at that time. And then, excuse me, sorry. The next day in the morning, it was a Monday, so it was like everything was over, the con was over, but like friends wanted to go out for one last like lunch, breakfast, meal thing before everyone left. So I was like totally down for that. They had like a little bit of a staff meeting thing going on first. So I was waiting for them. I went over to the con center again, because it's just like a regular place you can go otherwise when the con's not going on. And I just went to the... oh my god, my throat. Ah! I'll rest my throat lots after this. I went to the Timmy's inside and just ordered my favorite tea, and I just sat across the way at like a different little cafe sitting area. And just sat there and relaxed with my breakfast and my tea. And as I was sitting there just kind of reading with my phone plugged in, waiting for my friends to be done their meeting, because it took them like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so I was just chilling there the whole time. I was having a great time just relaxing, like reading and drinking my tea. My first time I actually got to just sit and enjoy my tea in the morning, so it was nice. As I was sitting there on the Monday, I was sitting kind of like a corner, and in the center tables that were like right next to me, these little old ladies came and sat down and were just talking. They were hanging out there. Oh, what the fuck? Clown luggage? I'm scared. Whoa. Oh, cool! Wait, I love that. The banana peels? Wait, that's awesome. Yay, banana peels. I control my friends. Hee hee. That's awesome. Awesome. And then they sat next to me, and they were just talking about like stuff, and they were on like a church retreat or something. Like they were on a trip with their church. Mesa. Fuck! I still didn't get one of the new ones, man. My luck is so bad. Man. Nah, I don't want that. Ah, bad luck. Anyway. Sip my water. I was listening to them, and they were probably... I think the youngest one among them would have been like late 50s, and like the oldest one was probably in her 80s. And there was like 6 of them. And then at some point, at one point or another, I'm not really sure what sparked it. Oh yeah, I had asked them, because I had my luggage with me, right? Because I had checked out of the motel. I'd asked them if they'd watch my bags for me while I go get another cup of tea. They're like, sure, don't worry about it. And so, I left my bags there, and I went to go get another cup of tea. Because I was waiting for my friends anyway, so I didn't really worry about it. Oh, this is the real one? Oh my god, the Cappies are right here? Nice. Hey, Cappies. I love you. A magic bean, too? Wow. Wow. I love you, Cappy. What a good boy he is. Little hat. So good. No, I don't want it. I'll eat it, though. Thank you, boys. I appreciate you. Here, I'll give you a bean. This will sustain you. Eat it. Become strong. Anyway. Oh, is it becoming daytime? Fuck. Oh, actually, aloe vera, right there. Can I get it without being stabbed? Maybe. Go on this side, though. Don't grab me, please. Yoink. Anyway. They washed my bags for me. I got my other tea. And then we just started talking. And I was just sitting and talking with them. It was really nice. They were from a different place. Oh, no, they were also from Ontario, like me, but they were closer to Toronto area. And they were on, like, a church retreat. Their church did, like, a little trip, and they all bussed up there together, and we're just spending time together and hanging out in Montreal and seeing the sights and going to the chapel and stuff, and it was pretty nice. And I just sat and talked with them for a little bit. It was really nice for me because I don't have any grandparents anymore. Like, my grandparents passed away a long time ago. Oh, does that just get rid of your heat but doesn't prevent anything? Oh, man. That sucks. So it was really nice for me just to kind of, like, hang out with them and talk with them for a while. It felt really nice. Oh, big luggage. I'm probably gonna forget how to use this thing. Whoa. Cool. Whoa, when you, like, float in it. Cool. Ow. Whee. Cool. Whoa. Hey. I want this, though. Gimme. Thank you. What? Cool. Well, it just stays like that forever? Holy shit. That thing's cool. I can just kind of like... Ooh. That's so cool. That's so neat. I'm burning to death, though, actively. Ow. And I got hurt from falling there. I can't believe that hurts you a bit. That's lame. Cool, though. Very cool item. Looks like I have to go down. Man, I spent like 30 minutes or so just talking with them. It was really nice. I liked it. It was a good time. Ooh. Go. I liked their company. And my friends texted me, said they were done their meeting. I was like, yippee. Said goodbye to them. Told them to enjoy the rest of their trip and stuff, and said my goodbyes. It was very nice. And then went to go meet my friends at the place they were gonna go for lunch. We went to a little place to eat, like a bakery kind of style breakfast place. And we were hanging out. We had our food and spent time with friends, talking and stuff. It was really nice. I ordered I just wanted something small because I had some leftover stuff that I brought back to my motel room for the night before when I went to the little party. So I had a lemon tart, just like a little lemon tart. It was really yummy, so I was happy. Just wanted something small that I could take my meds with, so I was happy. And then we said our goodbyes, and I got my Uber to the airport. Got on my plane, and that was my trip. Yeah, I had a really fun time though. I talked to a lot of friends, spent time with people, went around to all the different VTuber events, and got really inspired because I went to 2 different VTuber concerts. So it was really nice. It really did inspire me to want to work really hard on my Yeet! Uh-oh. Oh, hey, that's not bad. Worked really hard on my cover song. And I was really excited to work on it immediately when I got back, but then I got fucking sick, bro, and I'm still sick. I keep getting this whole stream I've been getting phlegm and shit stuck in my throat. It makes me choke or gag to clear my throat. Fucking sucks. Piss me off. Hopefully the medicine I just took will help out a lot though. Ow. Owie. But yeah, I had a really good trip. I had a great time. I'm really glad I did it. Can't complain at all. I had a good time. I'll get you sick, maybe. Sorry. Oh my god. Fucking YouTube was doing the thing where it wasn't loading the chat again. Fuck, dude. Piss me off. God damn it. Makes me so mad. Ugh. Fucking YouTube, dude. Never watched Love Live and Tilted fan dub? Wait, really? A hero feed or model feed? The model feed, mostly. I no idea about Ellie's meet and greet change. Did I saw Discord meet notif? Yeah, I didn't know about it either. Didn't like it was separate. Yeah, the separation was a little bit weird. Concern 7 minus concerts. Yeah, it closed pretty late. Team snacks were my breakfast that day. I didn't have any. I didn't want to line up. The lines were too long, so I just watched. Best part in Montreal? My favorite part probably was just old Montreal again. I like walking around, like, places with nice architecture, like old architecture, so it was really nice. Motel got you sick? Yeah, probably. Buy any goodies? Just like merch stuff. I didn't get too much. I only got a few things. Hold on. I gotta take advantage of nighttime while I can. I'll look at my board of stuff after this. I gotta take advantage of nighttime while it's dark out and there's no sun to burn me. I gotta climb. I'm not being toasted alive. I did get a few things. I really didn't get much. This was probably, I think I only got like a small handful of things. Did you unpack? Oh, of course I did. I unpacked the day of. I put my luggage away and everything. Like, my luggage is already back in the storage and everything. Yeah, all my stuff's away. Everything's been washed and cleaned and everything's good. Even though I'm sick. Yeah, I had a really great time. I wasn't sick until, like, the day after. One of those people? Yeah, one of the people who actually cleans? What do you mean one of those people? When people actually takes care of their stuff? Yes. Yes, I am. I cleaned everything, yep. I don't leave my stuff in the bag for months like a psychopath. What? A glider? That is so fucking cool. Hello? What? That's sick! Whee! This is awesome. What a cool item. What the fuck? Hello? Whee! That's sick. What's in here? Glider. That's so cool. Into the poison fog. Thanks, man. For hovering? Yeah. A jetpack? No. Oh, man. I have to put down my... Okay, well. How do I use it? Oh! That's so... Whoa! That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like that as a gimmick. That's cool. Very cool, very cool. Very cool. Big fan, big fan. Not very practical, but very cool. Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, can I get up? I might just force it. Hey. Oh yeah, I'm forcing it. Okay, that's alright. We got stamina. Yikes. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. There we go. But yeah, all unpacked and everything. I'm just unfortunately sick, but I had a really great time. I love just wandering around, like, cities and stuff, and I got to discover new stuff this time, like the ice cream shop that I really liked, and the, I would definitely go again to the, the one place I went for lunch. How would you rate the motel? 0 out of 5. It was awful. There was no hot water. Oh yeah, the one night, there any fights at night? Luckily, no. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys why I realized the hotel was so cheap too. So one night, I think it was the night I was coming back like pretty late. It was like really dark. I was coming back really late at night, and I was like texting with one of my friends about going back to the crappy motel. Excuse me. And we were just talking about it. And I had some morbid curiosity. I had some morbid curiosity. So I looked up the place I was staying. And then, like, also looked up crime in area of. And looked it up. So, in the last 3 years, at the motel I stayed at, there were 2 murders in the last 3 years, and in the last 5 years there was 3 murders. So, scratch his head. Didn't die though. I didn't die, so W. In Minecraft, nope. Not in Minecraft. Very, very real. Very, very real murders. 2 of which were targeted, and 1 was a random one, which is kind of scary. The random ones are the scary ones. Targeted is not going to affect you, unless you're the target. But random ones can affect you. Those are scary. And then that area is known for, like, the police being around, kind of thing. Whee! This item is awesome. This is so cool. It's such a good item. I want this item forever. So good. This is so cracked. This shit's awesome. But yeah, it was kind of spooky. And also one night when I got back to my hotel, I opened the door and there was like a giant grasshopper just sitting in the middle of the floor. Like, how did you get in here? Take photos. I took a couple photos, yeah. There was just a giant grasshopper in my room staring at me, and I was like, bro? Bro? But, I like grasshoppers. I think grasshoppers are cool, at least, so I didn't have any problem picking them up. I just went and picked them up and put them outside in the grass. If it was like a giant spider, I'd be like, ah, fuck. What is a grasshopper? I'm chill with grasshoppers. I mean, grasshoppers, we're chill. Hey. I mean, grasshoppers are chill. Yeah, I mean, if I felt like I was in danger, I would have left, right? But I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like I was in danger at all. It felt grubby and kind of dirty, but it didn't feel like dangerous. I want to go from here. Ow, my head. That way looks hard. Unless there's something there, but this way seems the most doable. I'll wait here for a second while the sun goes. Excuse me. Of the merch stuff, I got, I'm gonna stand up. I got a postcard size print of BB Biscuit. My friend knows. I got some stickers from a booth. I think this was from Chica's booth. I got 3 big stickers um, of Crony, BB again, and Maya, and then a bunch of little Chica stickers that she gave me. I got some 2 little Mocha stickers. I got a really cute little I saw these really cute keychains of some of the Niji Ian members, so I bought one of Anna, and I actually got 2 of Anna so I could give her one day. Next time if I ever see her sometime, or like give it to someone who at least can give it to her at one point. So I'll probably give it to one of her friends, and one of her closer friends rather, and see if they can mail it to her. And then I got a little enamel pin that I thought was really cute. It was like it's like a little boba tea thing, but with like a little fluffy cat in it. It's really cute. What else did I get? Did I get it? Oh, I got a really cute Freerin charm of like her stuck in a mimic, like her butt sticking out. Like not explicit or anything, but just like her in her little robe. It's just her inside a mimic mouth. And she's just in there like, oh. It's really funny. I mainly just buy stuff of friends, so I was kind of just looking for stuff of friends. I think that's all I really got. I didn't get a whole lot. Oh yeah, I got, from the Aegis Link stuff, I bought a little charm of Lan and Cuterin. Those are both friends, so I bought their little summer charms because I thought they were cute. That's what I got. I didn't get much. I only got a couple like small things. It's nighttime. Can I go outside without being hurt now? Yay! I enjoyed myself though. I had a good time. Whee! I don't usually buy much when I go to Artist Alley. I just like looking at it all, you know. I just enjoy looking at it. Excuse me. But yeah, I had a good trip. I really enjoyed myself. If only I didn't get sick afterwards. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, I enjoyed myself overall. I had a good time. Ooh. In order for me to stand up here? What the fuck? Oh man, I waste so much energy. Can I even stand here? I hope to God I can. Oh bro. Oh bro, for real? Fuck me, man. Oh, I can't finish this in time. I couldn't. It wouldn't let me switch. It wouldn't let me switch. Well, it's over. GG. Fuck! It wouldn't let me switch to my milk. Man, son of a bitch. We didn't even get any of the new biomes. Fucking stinks. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I didn't get any of the new biomes. I'm kind of pissed. What are you gonna do? Well, I got to tell my story, which is what I was focusing on doing anyway, which is talking about the convention and whatnot, so I was okay. Meh. What are you gonna do? Anyway, we're gonna call it here for today, just because I need to rest my throat more before the collab tonight, because I thought it was tomorrow. Tonight, 9 p.m. EST, we'll be doing the collab with Miss Anna. I'm looking forward to it. It's Escape the Backrooms. Please look forward to it, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna end, because my throat's kind of killing me. Talk to you later. Bye.